You're on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of 108 Stitches Baseball Talk. My name is Scott Morgan, and you are looking live from the National Baseball Hall of Fame here in Cooperstown, New York. Yes, the Motor City Madmouth. And over the next few days, there's a chance we'll probably be coming to this museum again to go out there and see what we haven't seen, because I know it's a big place. And yes, Main Street over here has a lot of interesting places like Mickey's Place, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Carl Yastrzemski, and so forth. And I don't know how much money I'll spend on souvenirs, TBD, but no, I don't expect to bank the bank. But nevertheless, it can be an expensive town if you want it to be. But we'll leave that for another conversation. And I am joined here by Steven.
Yep.
And Steven, you've come here from Toronto, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, so tell me, what brought you here over to the Hall of Fame?
Well, me and my dad just came over because we'd come a couple of years ago. And we came to make a little trip out of it as summer's wrapping up. So we decided to come over to Cooperstown. We're going to head over to Syracuse, Rochester, catch a couple of minor league games, and then we're going to head on back.
Well, you know, you might want to go to Oneonta too, which is only 15, 20 minutes away. If you're familiar with Don Mattingly, he actually played over with the Oneonta Yankees back in 1979, long before you were born. But, you know, hey, when you talk about upstate New York, you're talking about a different breed of baseball. And, you know, this is your second time here?
Yeah.
What did you gain out of your experience the first time?
I gained, a new sense of, I don't know, I just really liked it. It was very fun.
All right.
It was a great experience. I learned a lot of new things about baseball history and stuff like that. And, yeah.
That's okay. All right. Do you know Pete Rose? You ever heard of him?
I've heard of Pete Rose.
Do you think he belongs in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think he does. It's really about the legacies of players. It's not about how to reflect on mistakes that people have made. It's about to remember the legacies of the players and how well they performed. In my opinion, at least. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, right now, your opinion matters. That's why I'm asking you the question.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. All right, so let's talk about the steroid guys. I know that for a while it's a very contentious type of subject. Do you feel some of these steroid guys like Bonds, Clemens, Sosa, McGuire belong in this Hall of Fame?
Well, I feel like that's a different topic, to be completely honest with you. I feel like taking steroids is like a form of cheating, whereas Rose, he didn't really cheat. He just made like a mistake. And then cheating, that shouldn't like really be recognized as like an achievement. Whereas they did gain like an advantage from the steroids. And you never know what would have happened if they hadn't taken.
Well, that's a good point. And I think now in this day and age where there's a lot more betting in sports, you know, I think it's becoming a little bit more acceptable, but we all know that when you bet on your own team, you can look at it one of two ways, okay? I guess in his case, well, I have enough confidence in my team to bet on that. But yet, when you look at the actual rules that you're not allowed to do it based on the bylaws, and that's where he got banned in 1989. So, what's your take on that in terms of betting in this day and age where it's becoming a bit more acceptable practice?
Well, we've also seen it with the NFL. Are you familiar with Calvin Ridley on the NFL? He did it, and he got suspended for a whole season. Whereas, like, other players have done much, much worse things and gotten a lesser penalty. Like, it doesn't really make sense. I get it, like, betting may be against the rules and stuff, but it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's not so bad. And it should not be a bannable offense.
All right. Well, you know, one of the nicest parts about baseball is you talk about generation to generation. Your dad brought you here. I know I had some wonderful memories with my dad coaching my minor league teams growing up as a kid, and I see the connection with you and your father as well. So, is this something that you feel is great? This is an opportunity to bond with your own father?
It's a great experience. It's great to have my dad here, obviously, and we're gonna have some fun. We both love baseball, and this is like the perfect place to be.
It sure is. Well, a lot of people look at New York City as one thing, and in upstate New York, you talk about two different animals. This is undoubtedly. How long have you been in Cooperstown?
We just came in yesterday, and after this, we're just gonna head out to Syracuse. We're gonna catch a minor league game tomorrow, and then I think we're gonna head back.
All right, so you guys are gonna be here about 2 days, and then you're pretty much gonna be done.
Yep.
That's good enough. Well, meanwhile, we want to thank Stephen for joining us on this edition of 108 Stitches Baseball Talk, live from the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. My name is Scott Morgan. Once again, you never know who you're going to meet on the trail, and Stephen, I got news here. It's so cool to be able to talk to a youngster like you who can enjoy the great American pastime, and knowing that it is a museum filled with history. And I think that's what people have to completely understand, that this is a baseball in history. So whether the steroid guys get it or not, my perspective on that really is, if they do ultimately get in, there should be a wing because in a different format with these guys, to know that they're part of the game, and then have an asterisk next to them. But then again, that's subject for debate. We encourage anybody to go out there and comment on this video. Please subscribe to the South Florida Tribune YouTube channel. We have a lot of great videos already done, and we'll have a lot more on the way. So meanwhile, my name is Scott Morgan Roth. Also, go ahead and check us out on www.southfloridatribune.com, or if you're on Twitter at Tribune South. So please subscribe to the South Florida Tribune YouTube channel. Look it up and then go ahead and hit subscribe. It's just like that. So meanwhile, Stephen, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Scott.
You're welcome on this special edition of 108 Stitches Baseball Talk. And assist to your father as well. Candy, go ahead and put the camera on this guy. Well, make sure that father and son is fully recognized on this format. So meanwhile, more videos to come, and we're off to a phenomenal start. So take care, everybody, and you'll definitely be seeing a whole lot more of me along the way. So enjoy your Monday. More to come.